Kelsi Goudeau commemorative speech. In 1930, Mahatma Gandhi led the salt marches, an act of civil disobedience to protest British laws. Gandhi's salt campaign has become one of the most strategic and significant nonviolent direct action campaigns that helped liberate India from British rule. I have thoroughly researched this topic, and that is why I'm able to tell you about the courageous acts done by Gandhi. His campaign has influenced not only Indian laws, but also many other nonviolent campaigns to this day. At the time of the Salt March, a New York Times correspondent asked Gandhi what would happen if he were jailed during the Salt Marches. Gandhi responded, saying that it was not a matter of winning or losing this single campaign, that the freedom action was already in control. The freedom movement would take actions to practice its freedom and would bring about one or two results. It would provoke a reaction by the ruling authorities in India, or cause a change in British policies that would be closer to self-rule for the Indian people. Gandhi believed that living a life of nonviolence was important to having a nonviolent campaign, therefore he lived a nonviolent life. He enforced the belief that we should be the change we expect to bring about. Gandhi was one who always did what everyone could do but didn't. He was very well known for claiming his life as his message. His 1930 march to Dandi, a seaside village in India, can very well be seen as a version of this message, simply doing what we know to be right. Gandhi was easily history's greatest nonviolent campaigner, and the Salt March to the village of Dandi and the campaign of civil disobedience that was launched thereafter was the greatest nonviolent battle. The Salt March was based on a nonviolent political campaign to free Gandhi's country of India from the burden of Britain's control, and the only way to do so was to break the laws of salt. The Salt March includes Gandhi and his followers leaving the city of Ahmedabad on March 12, 1930, and 3 weeks later breaking the British salt laws. Breaking the laws set off a huge struggle that filled the prisons and shook the foundations of the British Empire. Beatings and arrests spread across India just as rapidly as the illegal gatherings of salt. Gandhi was jailed close to 9 months. Every class in India joined together to protest against the British. From March 12, 1930, to the day of his death 18 days later, Gandhi led India influenced the country's politics and spirituality. Even though it would take another 17 years after the marches to free India completely of British control, the Salt March was definitely an important first step. Gandhi was a firm believer in living the change you want to see in the world. In conclusion, as he lived this message, he felt strongly about the unfair rule of the British and excessive taxes against salt. As Gandhi set out on a track to defy British rule, he would forever change India and influence the rest of the world. His effort in nonviolence campaigns and light left behind the world would shine for 1,000 years.